Tory Lanez, behind bars, behind the stabbing, unmasking the truth. May 12th, the date now etched in infamy within the walls of the California Correctional Institution, where CCI, in Tehachapi, Tory Lanez, the platinum-selling artist, was reportedly stabbed while serving his sentence. The alleged assailant? A name that echoes through the prison's grim corridors, Santino Casio. Casio, already serving a life sentence for murder, now faces further scrutiny. The incident has sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community and legal circles alike. We delve into the brutal details of the attack and the shadowy figure behind it. Give a like and subscribe. Leave a comment. The clock struck approximately 7:20 a.m. local time when chaos erupted within a housing unit at CCI. Lanez was allegedly ambushed, suffering a reported 14 stab wounds. The scene was one of immediate pandemonium. Correctional officers swiftly responded, activating emergency protocols and administering on-site medical aid. The urgency was palpable as Lanez's life hung in the balance. The details emerging paint a grim picture of violence behind bars. Daystar Peterson, known to the world as Tory Lanez, is no stranger to controversy. He's currently serving a 10-year sentence for the shooting of Megan Thee Stallion. His conviction in December 2022 included assault with a semi-automatic firearm, carrying a loaded, unregistered firearm, and discharging a firearm with gross negligence. The stabbing inflicted severe injuries, including 7 wounds to the back, 4 to the torso, 2 to the back of the head, and 1 to the left side of the face. His lungs reportedly collapsed, initially requiring a breathing apparatus. Despite the severity, reports indicate Lanez is now breathing on his own and remains in good spirits. Santino Casio is the man at the center of this prison drama. He's been incarcerated since February 2004, serving a life sentence for second-degree murder out of Los Angeles County. But his history of violence extends far beyond his initial conviction. Casio's original charges included second-degree murder, first-degree attempted murder, personal use of a deadly weapon, and inflicting great bodily injury. While incarcerated, he added to his rap sheet. In January 2008, he was convicted of assault by a prisoner with a deadly weapon, adding 6 years to his sentence. Then, in June 2018, he was found guilty of possession/manufacture of a deadly weapon by a prisoner, tacking on another 2 years. Following the attack on Lanez, Casio was immediately placed in restricted housing. His history paints a picture of a man deeply entrenched in violence. The CCI Investigative Services Unit is spearheading the investigation into the stabbing. They are working in conjunction with the Kern County District Attorney's Office. Every angle is being explored, every witness interviewed. The goal is to uncover the motive behind the attack and ensure justice is served. The investigation will likely delve into prison dynamics, gang affiliations, and any potential prior interactions between Lanez and Casio. The truth is buried somewhere within the prison walls. Following the attack, Lanez was rushed to a nearby hospital for urgent medical treatment. His condition was critical, but he has since expressed gratitude for the outpouring of support and prayers. The incident adds another layer of complexity to Lanez's already fraught legal situation. The stabbing raises serious questions about prison safety and the potential for violence within correctional facilities. It also reignites the debate surrounding Lanez's original conviction and the ongoing impact on all parties involved. The aftermath is far from over. This incident shines a harsh light on the pervasive issue of prison violence. Overcrowding, understaffing, and gang activity contribute to a volatile environment. Inmates often resort to violence for protection, power, or revenge. Elaine's stabbing is not an isolated event. It's a symptom of a larger problem within the American prison system. Reform efforts are desperately needed to address the root causes of violence and create safer environments for both inmates and staff. Who is Santino Casio beyond the headlines? What drove him to commit such heinous acts both inside and outside prison walls? Understanding his background may offer insights into the factors that contribute to prison violence. His life sentence for second-degree murder suggests a troubled past. His subsequent convictions for possessing and using deadly weapons while incarcerated indicate a continued propensity for violence. Is he a product of his environment, or is there something more sinister at play? Lanez's experience in prison offers a glimpse into the realities of incarceration for high-profile individuals. He faces unique challenges, including heightened security risks and potential targeting by other inmates. How has he adapted to life behind bars? Reports suggest he has been working on new music and maintaining a positive attitude. However, the stabbing incident underscores the constant threat of violence that looms over all inmates, regardless of their fame or notoriety. His journey is a stark reminder of the consequences of his actions. The stabbing incident could have significant legal ramifications for both Lanez and Casio. For Lanez, it could potentially impact his eligibility for parole or early release. For Casio, it will undoubtedly result in additional charges and a further extension of his already lengthy sentence. The Kern County District Attorney's Office will need to carefully weigh the evidence and determine the appropriate course of action. The legal proceedings will likely be complex and drawn out, adding another chapter to this ongoing saga. The hip-hop community has reacted with a mix of shock, concern, and speculation. Some have expressed sympathy for Lanez, while others have remained critical of his past actions. The incident has reignited debates about accountability, redemption, and the role of violence in the music industry. Social media has been flooded with opinions and theories, further amplifying the controversy. The hip-hop community is deeply divided on the issue, reflecting the complex and often contradictory values within the culture. The Lanez stabbing serves as a stark reminder of the urgent need for prison reform. Overcrowding, understaffing, and inadequate rehabilitation programs contribute to a cycle of violence and recidivism. It's time for policymakers to address these systemic issues. Investing in education, mental health services, and job training can help inmates reintegrate into society and reduce the likelihood of reoffending. Creating safer and more humane prison environments is not only morally imperative, but also essential for public safety. The Lanez case has attracted intense media attention from the outset. The stabbing incident has only intensified the media frenzy. Tabloids, news outlets, and social media platforms are all vying for the latest updates and exclusive details. And media coverage often sensationalizes the story, focusing on the drama and controversy rather than the underlying issues. It's important to approach the media reports with a critical eye and seek out reliable sources of information. While Lanez is the victim in this particular incident, it's important to remember the victims of his past crimes. Megan Thee Stallion continues to grapple with the trauma of the shooting. Their voices must not be forgotten amidst the media circus surrounding Lanez. The pursuit of justice must extend to all victims, regardless of their fame or notoriety. The legal system must ensure that their rights are protected and their voices are heard. The Lanez stabbing is a tragic example of the cycle of violence that plagues our society. Violence begets violence, both inside and outside prison walls. Breaking this cycle requires a multifaceted approach that addresses the root causes of crime and promotes healing and reconciliation. Investing in communities, providing access to education and opportunity, and addressing systemic inequalities can help prevent violence before it starts. Creating a more just and equitable society is essential for breaking the cycle of violence and building a safer future for all. The truth about the Lanez stabbing may never be fully revealed. Prison walls often conceal secrets and protect those who perpetrate violence. However, by examining the available evidence and analyzing the context of the incident, we can gain a deeper understanding of the realities of prison life. The Lanez case serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of violence and the urgent need for prison reform. It's a story that demands our attention and compels us to take action. What does the future hold for Tory Lanez? Will he be able to rebuild his career and redeem himself in the eyes of the public? Or will he remain defined by his past mistakes and the violence that has surrounded him? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, the Lanez story is far from over. His journey will continue to be followed and scrutinized by the media, the hip-hop community, and the world at large. The Tory Lanez stabbing incident is a complex and multifaceted story that raises important questions about prison violence, justice, and redemption. It's a story that demands our attention and compels us to take action. Let us not forget the victims of violence both inside and outside prison walls. Let us strive to create a more just and equitable society where violence is no longer the answer. The final verdict is yet to be written.